The backlash of globalisation, I believe, has laid the seeds to the growth of populism. I believe we saw this first with the SNP being elected to the Scottish Parliament as a minority government in 2007 and a majority government in 2011, giving it the springboard it sought for an independence referendum in 2014. Then SYRIZE, a populist movement in Greece, takes power of the Greek government in 2015. Then in 2016, Britain votes for Brexit, and Donald Trump, against all odds, wins the presidential election. Then in 2017, after an election in which the Conservatives should have achieved a thumping win, people finally woke up to the fact that CORBYN could become Prime Minister. Something I highlighted as a real possibility in 2015 in my ebook, The 7 Imminent Dangers to Your Property Business. This was not because I'm particularly smart or have some sort of crystal ball. It was simply because I study history and trends. I took the decision in December 2006 to move my property base from a rural area in Scotland to a well-connected centre with most of the population within 2 hours' drive. This is because I saw a recession coming, although I did not know exactly when. However, what I did not see was the global financial crisis that then ensued. I initially accepted the popular notion that no one could have seen this coming. Then I began to realize that some people had, and I decided to educate myself in a way that they had educated themselves. This has been a long and ongoing process. But now I feel far better equipped to deal with the changing world that we find ourselves in. Now, I'm not suggesting you must do the same. In fact, it is largely due to the frustration that people don't really know what's going on, that I felt that there was a real need to help people understand this, and I decided to launch the Build It and Prosper membership site. My desire is to highlight what to expect in the future and how to respond to this and take advantage of this new changing world as it relates to property. In relation to this, we should understand that it is partly affected by the political cycles. You see, politics goes through cycles, alternating between left-leaning and right-leaning policies. If you look at the last 120 years of politics in the UK, and let's first take the period from 1900 to 1945, there was consensus governments, which were either a government of national unity or a coalition brought about because of the tensions in Europe and 2 world wars. Then from 1945 to 1979, we moved to the left politically as we sought to address the inequalities in society. And although we had a mix of Labour and Conservative governments, even the Conservative governments were much more left-leaning during this period of time. Then from 1979 till about 2015, we moved to the right, and even the 1997 Labour government looked far more conservative than it did Labour. However, dissent always precedes public awareness of change, and I believe history will show that we have reached a tipping point and that we will now move towards the left.